I'm an admirer of so many people involved in this project, and it really comes down to that. He was the guy who was assigned to civil rights. The '60s were explosive, and it wasn't just the late '60s. I mean, it really from from Vietnam, it started escalating in 1963. Things just it was just you know, and then which is the same year of Kennedy's assassination, and so I think that he's working for somebody in Lyndon B. Johnson who's inherited a lot, a mouthful, so to speak. And it's tumultuous times. There's so many things going on, and this was miraculously, among all those things, brought to the forefront and made, it turned into the number one priority for him, among Vietnam and everything else that was going on. Ava's a joy. She's a very visual director, which I respect because she's very photographic. It's about the frame and what's in the frame, and she's someone who really can conceptualize and see everything. I think she's been with the movie for quite some time, and of course she was involved in writing it, and she's a joy to work with. I just feel really privileged to be able to do that. Well, first off, I'll say that there's so many portrayals, and even historically in the media, but also in films where LBJ is almost a comedic character. He definitely had his eccentricities among his staff and all that. But Tom has a very specific take on him, which I think is great. And this is a moment where things have escalated, in a horrendous way in Selma already, and it's only going to get worse. I think the reason why people might want to see this movie, I guess for me, the only way to answer that is from a personal perspective. And why I personally might want to see the film or would see the film is because it shines a light on an era when somebody cared about something, so much so to be moved to action and to be moved in a way that they fought intelligently for something, and in contrast to the modern era and the modern, I guess, zeitgeist or whatever you want to call it. I feel like that's remiss in our day and age, and it gets me, reading the script and thinking about it in that way. You watch the "I Have a Dream" speech, and 250,000 people, people coming from all over the country, and it was a beautiful moment. It was a majestic moment.